The Wealth Explainer. What if you woke up as a trillionaire?
Congratulations, you're a trillionaire, the richest person to ever live. You are worth more than 4 Jeff Bezoses combined.
Damn.
If you spent $1 million every single day, you wouldn't go broke for another 2,700 years.
That's crazy. Like, it's hard to like put it into perspective, but like that's insane. Like you know what I mean? You could spend $1 million a day and not be affected, bro. What am I doing as a trillionaire? I mean, bro, I'm paying off everything I could possibly pay off for me, my family, my friends, right? Houses, cars, insurances, setting up everybody for life. And then also like finding a way, like I know a lot of people would say this isn't true or whatever, but it's like if I had gotten to a point where my money is bigger than me and it's like I can live forever and have everything I want, like I'm giving money away. Like that's just how I've been raised. I don't have millions of dollars, so I guess I can't say I know what that feels like. But if I had millions and millions and millions and millions and I'm set for life, my family's set for life, you know, my inheritance, kids, right? I'm giving money away. I think you know, as a society, people should be living a fair life when it comes to just having money. So it's like, you know, all these billionaires, trillionaires, whatever, millionaires, like they're not obligated to give their money away, but it's like, you should be giving some of your money away, right? Like if you have money that's just sitting there and it's not going to an inheritance, it's not going to payments, it's just fuck all sitting in your bank, give it away. Give some of it away.
The palm of your hand. But there's a problem. Everyone knows.
Oh.
You are now.
See, that's okay. That is also a big issue. You know, it's always like winning the lottery, right? Like what are you going to do if you win the lottery? Well, you're now a billionaire, and everyone knows you're a billionaire because you won. You're probably on the news. People coming after you, for sure. Like, if they know you're some random Joe with no security, no nothing, oh my God.
The most famous person on Earth. Your face is on every screen in every country on the planet.
Yep.
There are people outside your building right now. Hundreds of them. Some with cameras, some with signs.
Yep.
Some just standing there, staring up at your window.
You're cooked.
This makes you paranoid. But you're a trillionaire, so there's an easy fix. You hire a bodyguard. Nope, not enough. 2 bodyguards.
Nope.
Not even close. You get a full detail. 12 operators.
Damn. That's what you need. Real talk. I mean, you need, like, there's someone that will try to kill you if you're not already a big figure. Damn, dude. That's exactly what you need.
Rotating 24-hour shifts. The kind of protection usually reserved for sitting presidents. You make some calls. Within 48 hours, it's all done. Good. You're safe.
Nope.
But your Honda Civic isn't going to cut it anymore. So you buy Bugatti.
Gotta get a Bugatti.
Bugatti. The entire company.
What?
$2 billion. That's 0.2% of your net worth. The equivalent of someone making $100,000 a year buying a jacket. Your accountant logs it as a rounding error.
That is
But you still
so
need somewhere to live. Your current apartment building is swarming with paparazzi outside. Basically, the entire world knows where you live.
Hey, if I have that money, I'm getting a rocket ship and I'm going to a new planet. I'm going to discover my own planet. I'm going to name it after myself. Boom.
So you buy a compound. 14 acres behind walls and iron gates. A guardhouse at the entrance manned around the clock.
I mean, that's probably your best bet, too.
It has its own private road. You can't even see the main house from the gate. $200 million.
Light work.
Easy. But a place that size doesn't run itself. You need staff.
True.
Housekeepers, groundskeepers, 2 private chefs on rotation, a property manager, a house manager, drivers.
Got the money.
An entire maintenance crew, IT staff just for the security systems, a personal assistant.
Is he going to like lose all his money to gambling or some shit?
Who has her own personal assistant. Within a month, 63 people work at your house.
Damn.
Now you're comfortable, secure. Everything runs like a machine. So you can really start spending. Because, well, you have $1 trillion and you're a little bored. You buy a Boeing 747 and have it gutted and rebuilt into a private flying residence. $400 million.
Light work, GTA.
You buy an island in the South Pacific. You commission the largest private yacht ever built.
Ooh.
Helicopter pad, submarine
Once again,
bay,
GTA.
movie theater, full medical facility. $600 million. And nobody warns you about this part. $1 trillion makes money faster than you can spend it. And even sitting in the most boring investments on Earth, your net worth grows by tens of millions every single day. You wake up richer than when you fell asleep.
Okay, wait, but is this waking up? So he needs to elaborate. Like, is this says waking up as a trillionaire, but what does that mean? Does he wake up with trillions of dollars, or is he waking up in the life of a trillionaire? Because like somebody who's waking up with just $1 trillion doesn't have assets and wouldn't necessarily be making $1 million a minute or whatever the fuck it is because they're just a random person with $1 trillion. Yes, they would get to that point, but where are we? I feel like this is like saying he just woke up in a trillionaire's shoes, not as just somebody with $1 trillion. I don't know though, because he's kind of stating it as somebody with $1 trillion.
Every morning without lifting a finger. So money is handled. Security is handled. The cars, the properties, the
But your
staff,
happiness is
all
not
handled. But you want coffee. Just coffee. From
Stocks and investments. Well, that's what I understand. I guess I'm asking like him, the YouTuber, like, is this a video of someone waking up in the shoes of a trillionaire, or is this just you woke up the next day and you have $1 trillion in your bank account? What are you doing? Because it kind of seems like he woke up with $1 trillion in his bank account. And then I guess now he's saying he has so many stocks and investments that he's making that $1 million while sleeping. Yeah, so I think we're on the same page
place
here.
you've been going to for years. Your security team needs 45 minutes of advance notice. When you finally get through all the paparazzi and walk in, every person in the coffee shop has stopped talking. The barista's hands are shaking. Someone in the corner is filming you from behind a laptop screen. You get your coffee. It tastes exactly the same. But everything around is different. So you stop going there. You don't want to be a nuisance. But there's good you can do with this money. Real good. So you write a check for $500 million to disaster relief. The media covers it for about half a news cycle. Because relative to what you have, $500 million is what you earn in a slow week.
Damn.
People are grateful for about a day. Then they want more.
Uh-oh.
They always want more. But it's not the strangers that get to you. It's the people you already know. Your phone rings constantly, but none of the calls are from friends anymore. They're from lawyers, wealth managers, heads of state, charity directors.
Brother.
Everyone wants a meeting. Everyone wants your name on their thing, your signature on their check. The friends from before start to disappear. Some just stop calling.
Yup.
The ones who still do sound different, careful, measured, like they're weighing each word before it leaves their mouth. You invite your college roommate to the compound for a weekend. He says yes before you finish asking. When he gets there, he compliments everything. The house, the grounds, the wine.
Bro wants the money, bro.
guest room.
They
He
just want the
agrees
money.
with everything you say for 2 straight days. He laughs at jokes that aren't funny, and he never pushes back on a single thing. He used to argue with you about everything. Movies,
I don't know if this is true though. Like, this is, you know me guys, I'm just a streamer. I'm just yapping, right? I've never been around a trillionaire. I've never met, a Jeff Bezos. But it's like, I don't think you're scared. I think if you're scared, that's like a personal thing that like you kind of should work on, right? Like, I don't think there's this like overall aura or fear of like rich men. I mean, there is in other reasons, but in like our real world. But I'm saying like, if I just knew someone was a trillionaire, like my best friend became a trillionaire, I'm not like afraid. I don't think I'm changing. But like I said, I guess I don't really know because I'm not around that kind of person. But it's like, why is his friend like scared and like, what's he afraid? He's afraid, like he's afraid this guy's so rich, he's just gonna kill him or something?
politics, where to eat. That was the whole friendship. But that friendship is about to be the least of your worries, because then the lawsuits start.
Oh?
Not one lawsuit, not 2. 17 in the first 6 months.
Of what?
An old business partner claims you shorted him on a deal from 9 years ago. A woman in Arizona says you verbally promised her $10 million at a fundraiser in 2019. You have never been to Arizona. Most of it is garbage.
What's garbage?
Your legal team tells you that. They say the word frivolous so often it stops sounding like a word.
Okay.
But each one costs 6 figures to fight. Each one puts your name in a headline. Each one requires a deposition or a filing or a statement or some kind of settlement. Your lawyers tell you to get used to it. When you have $1 trillion, people will try to take it from you using every tool available.
True.
The legal system is a tool, and you are the deepest pocket on earth. You settle 3 of the cases, not because they have merit, because fighting them in public costs more than writing the check. $1 million here, $2 million there. They're just rounding errors. But every settlement gets reported, and every report invites 5 more lawsuits. Your legal budget for the year crosses $40 million. You have an entire floor of a law firm working exclusively on your cases. You have never met most of the lawyers. They send you summaries, pages and pages of people who want your money and are willing to lie in a courtroom to get it. But daily life goes on. That looks like it. And then it happens. You meet her.
Oh?
She's sharp, funny.
GG, she's going to take all your money and you're going to be poor. Oh my God, classic.
Catches you off.
Classic.
Doesn't mention the money once.
Oh my God, she's going to take all the money.
And again. 3 weeks in, it starts to feel like something real. Then you notice things. She mentions your island in a conversation you never had with her. She knows your pilot's first name. She knows which car you prefer for the city. Small things. Things that mean she looked you up before you ever met. Which, of course, she did. Everyone does. But now there's a question sitting behind every moment with her. Does she like you? Or does she like this?
She likes the lifestyle, baby.
The jet, the access to a life she'd never touch otherwise. And once that question gets in your head, it stays. You watch her differently. So you stop calling. Then she texts you twice. And then she stops. But the story doesn't end there. 2 weeks later, a tabloid runs a piece. Inside the Trillionaire's secret romance. Photos of you at the restaurant. Photos of her leaving your compound. A quote from a source close to the couple. You didn't sell it. She didn't sell it. Someone at the restaurant did. A waiter or a valet. Someone who saw you together and picked up the phone. Now her name is everywhere. Her face, her job, her apartment building. Strangers are sending her messages. Some are threatening. She had a life before you. A private, normal, anonymous life. And you erased it just by sitting across from her.
She erased it. Hold on. She erased it. It's not his fault. It's not his fault.
Your team drafts a statement. Your lawyers send a cease and desist to the tabloid. None of it puts her name back in the box. You send her a message. An apology. She reads it. She doesn't respond.
You don't,
but the
bro.
leaks keep coming. And the next one is worse. Somebody from your past sells a story to a magazine. A joke you made at a party in 2011 that, stripped of context and printed in a headline.
Dude, that is why... Dude, I have to talk about this. That is why I hate editing. I hate editing. I fucking hate it. Dude, because that mistake right there, he probably didn't even notice. Or he has an editor and the editor didn't even catch it. You accidentally cut something too short and you just don't even notice or think about it, and it throws off the viewer. Just for a second. Holy shit, that's such a like my mind's going crazy that I like that happened, because that's like a fear of mine is editing. From editing,
like a different person.
What?
It's everywhere within 48 hours. People who have never met
you
now have an opinion about who you are based on something you said in a dorm room 15 years ago. Your crisis PR team goes into action. They tell you the same thing they always tell you. Don't respond. Responding makes it worse every time. So you sit in your office behind your 7 screens and watch someone sell your old life for what your team estimates was about $250,000.
What?
$250,000. That's what your past is worth to someone who used to be your friend.
Damn.
You can't call them. You can't confront them. You can't even confirm you know who did it.
Damn.
Because that becomes a story too. You just sit there. Your mother calls on a Sunday morning. She sounds the same as she always does. Asks if you're eating enough. Tells you about a bird that keeps getting into her garden. For 10 minutes, your shoulders drop and your jaw unclenches and you almost forget what your life has become.
Until
Then she mentions your brother. He didn't ask her to call. He never would. But he's behind on the mortgage and his car needs work. And you have more money than some countries. And he's famous.
it is crazy that he hasn't set up the family. It is crazy. I said that earlier that like if I had $1 trillion, I'm paying for my family. So to not pay and support for the family by now is crazy. You paid for a girl that you met before you paid for your family?
You had no idea he was struggling. You sent him a few $1 million that afternoon. He doesn't call to say thank you.
GG, bro.
3 months later, at a holiday dinner you flew the whole family to on your 747, he sits at the far end of the table.
Oh?
He talks to your cousins, your aunt, anyone but you. When you try to catch his eye, he stares at his plate. He leaves before dessert.
What?
And he doesn't say goodbye.
Jackass?
A week after the dinner, your mom calls again. Different tone this time. Quiet. She tells you your brother said something to your cousin. That you ruined the family. That everything changed when the money came. Your mother isn't telling you this to take sides. She's telling you because she doesn't know what to do. She
GG.
has a security detail she didn't ask for, a son who won't talk to his brother, and a family
Cooked.
that used to fit around a kitchen table and now needs a catering staff and a 747 to be in the same room. You tell her you'll talk to
Real.
her. You don't. What would you say? You can't unsend the money. You can't undo the jet. You can't walk into his house without 2 armed men waiting in the driveway. The gap between your lives isn't something you can close with a conversation. So you stop trying. But the compound keeps running. The 63 workers keep the machine humming. You start to take comfort in the routine of the staff. Then your head of security calls another meeting. Someone on your household staff has been feeding information to a tabloid. Nothing dangerous, but consistent and paid. Your team found the leak through metadata on a photo that ran in a gossip column. The angle matched a specific window in the east wing.
What?
Only 3 staff members have access to that hallway. They narrowed it down in 2 days.
Execution.
It's Linda, the housekeeper.
Linda.
She's escorted off the property on
Oh
a Wednesday
my
morning.
God,
Your
Linda. Not Linda. We don't even know who she is. Not Linda. No way.
security team
Why is she the same character as the mom, but just with different colors?
handles it.
I don't
You
know.
watch from the second floor window.
I don't know.
She's carrying a cardboard box. She doesn't look up. A man in a suit walks her to the gate. Another man opens it. She
Executed.
gets into a car that's been called for her, and the gate closes.
GG.
You stand at the window for a while after she's gone. The east wing hallway is empty. Your team hires her replacement by Friday. But there's always something next. Tuesday afternoon, you take the yacht out.
Oh?
The ocean is so blue it looks fake. Sunset turns everything gold. Dinner is pan-seared Dover sole prepared by a chef who trained for a decade
The
in
fuck does that
Michelin-starred
mean?
kitchens. The table is set for 1. You get back to the compound and go to bed early. The master suite is much bigger than your old apartment. You
Okay.
lie there. The ceiling is very white. Somewhere around 3 a.m., you're awake. You get up. The compound is dead silent. The theater room empty. 60 seats. The screen is dark. The library
Just enough seats for
empty.
the staff.
You walk the main hallway. The only sound is a faint mechanical hum. The security camera at the end of the corridor, adjusting, tracking your movement. You stop, it stops. You take a step, it follows. You go outside. The grass is wet. It's cold under your feet. You walk to the middle of the lawn. The sky is the same sky you used to look at when you were broke. Same stars, same depth, same silence.
Okay.
You used to lie on the roof
I don't know
deck
where
of
this
your
is
old
going.
apartment building and stare at it for hours. The rent was late, and you didn't care. The stars haven't moved. Everything underneath them has. You stand on the lawn until the cold gets into your bones, and then you go inside.
What?
You go back to bed.
What?
After a week in
Is that a
Italy,
normal
you
thing? Have y'all
arrive
done
back
that?
home.
What the fuck? Y'all just stood outside at 3 a.m. and then went back inside?
Your
I've never
assistant
done
meets you
that.
on the tarmac. She asks how the trip was. Great.
Nope.
tell
Yeah,
her.
what the fuck?
Now, back to the compound, through the gate, past the guardhouse, past the pool you've used 3 times, past the tennis court you've never touched, past the wine cellar with bottles that cost more than most people's
I feel like
monthly rent.
he's just living
Into
the
your-
life wrong.
Office where 7 screens display your portfolio, your companies, your calendar, and a news ticker that mentions your name twice in the first 30 seconds. You sit down. Outside, security does a shift change.
Okay.
New faces replace the old ones. The groundskeeper rides the mower across the lawn. Over 60 people work here. You are the only one who lives here.
What? What? Why was there no ending to that one? Is he just saying it's lonely as fuck? Was that the premise? I mean, I think how this guy took it was like his fault. I think he kind of dug his own hole and it just never got out. I'm also not a trillionaire, nor do I have a lot of money, so I don't know what that feels like. But yeah, I think this guy lived a pretty shitty trillionaire life. I think there's a lot of better things you could do and a lot of better just experiences and decisions, but it's definitely not easy. Definitely not easy.